what I found in some cases is that marketing, although there's a formula to calculate the return of marketing investment, but sometimes when I ask my colleagues or some of my clients, how do you calculate your, does your marketing spend give you a return? For example, if you spend like, let's say $20,000 on TV and radio, how much do you get in return? Like, how do you know how many sales do you, how many sales did you close? How many transactions did you have after you spend that much money? Most people they don't know because there's no they don't have the habit, or probably it's just not clear how to define the return of investment, especially from offline channels. There's a way to integrate between marketing and sales and achieve a better return of marketing investment. So I mean, this is just the funnel of customer journey. So first they become aware of your brand, and then they will consider to buy, and then they will do like comparisons, you know, like price comparisons or services, features comparisons, and then if they like your brand or they like your product, they will purchase, and then they will come back and they become your referrals, right? So they will tell the people to buy at your company. So so this is the journey, and this is not just marketing job. I mean, all of this it's not just sales job. It's everyone's, both marketing and sales team. They have to work together to achieve the bottom line, right? So lead generation is the process of gaining the interest of potential customers in order to increase the future sales. So it's not going to increase your brand awareness, although part of the lead generation, you have to introduce your brand and what you do and why you're so good. But then the goal for lead generation is to gain more prospects. The biggest challenge is how to generate high quality of leads. You see, more than, I think, around 70% are leads, they probably those people who are not ready to buy now. So, but then generate high quality leads. What are the high quality leads? Contactable. You know, different companies, they have different metrics. You know, high quality leads can be leads. They can be contactable. Leads, they are people. If you have leads, if you have a list of people from different cities, maybe for you, quality leads mean people who come from Jakarta only, or maybe people who have income more than a certain amount. So just to give you an idea, for effective lead generation, first thing first is stay relevant. So this is some of the mistakes, and this is one of the mistakes that people always make. They basically make the marketing messages too general. You know, for example, if I have a school or a university, and we're targeting two kind of people, right? So first is the potential students. So I'm targeting the high school students who are about to finish their schools in this year. But secondly, you're gonna target the parents. Now, you know, most companies they have the same language because you know, when you talk to parents and to students, it's not the same. You have different language, different tone, probably different. If you use a visual, probably different image, different font style, different colors. So you gotta stay relevant. If you target the parents, then talk like the parents. And if you target the high school students, then target the high school students. It takes a lot more effort, of course, but then it's way more efficient than just have just one message for all. Second one is lead scoring. So you have 400 leads per month, or 200, or 100, or it doesn't matter. But then, like, who are you gonna follow first? Like, if you only have like 2 salespeople, or 5, or if you have a limited salespeople, you gotta pick your battle, right? So you wanna talk to the most potential prospect first. So you're gonna score your leads, and this is not most this is very rare, and I haven't seen companies who are really serious on doing lead scoring, but it is highly important. So just for a fact, 79% of marketing leads they never close, right? But then the sales team, they spend like 40% more time just to find, okay, you have to like a list, like on Excel, a list of prospect, and then you're gonna like, are you gonna pick first by name, or who am I gonna contact, first? And but you're gonna have to score the leads. That's make your job easier. Number 3 is tracking the result. I mean, it's really important. I mentioned to you, like, I've spoken with some of our clients. They just don't know the result of their radio advertising or TV advertising. They know how many, like, based on ratings, like of they just know the ratings or the rate, but then they don't know how many sales that you close because of you purchased that spot on radio. So this can be complex, but it can be simple as well. I mean, it depends on how you're gonna measure your traffic. For example, traffic. This is for website, or let's say if you have a online, if you have a retail store. So traffic, how many people visit your website or your store? What do they search? And how many pages they open on your website? Engagement rate, how many likes your social media posts, do you have a returning visitors, or you want to measure the action, how many people sign up for your newsletter, how many people check out, how many people submit their names on contact us form, or you want to measure based on revenue, how many transactions, how many new pipeline created because of your marketing campaigns, how many people purchase because they got influenced by your leads, for example. So these are some of the metrics that you can measure for your marketing campaign. Number 3 is lead nurturing. So I mentioned to you earlier, so lead nurturing is basically nurture the leads who are not ready to buy. So just make sure you keep them updated, you keep communication with your leads. And the value of lead nurturing, I think it's so underrated. I mean, it's if you do good on lead nurturing, you probably don't need to do like marketing campaigns. If you know how to treat your leads and how to treat your prospects, your existing prospect, then you probably don't need a new leads. So 80% of leads, they typically lost, ignored, or discarded. So let's say you do marketing campaigns and you have 100 leads. So only 20% of them will probably purchase your product. 15% might be they might purchase later, but the rest, the remaining of the leads, they probably just, I'm interested. I'll keep it in mind, but then I'll come back later, right? So, but then most people they're not doing anything on those 65 and 15%, right? And if they do something, they only do it once and not on regular basis, right? So my message for sales and marketing team or you sales or marketing, I mean, just be good at what you do and be more specific and be more targeted, be more relevant, and just to make sure that you keep the sales and marketing team in the loop, because that's the only way to achieve the target.